Lightroom offers us some pretty advanced methods of bringing images together for specific purposes. Now we're all familiar with folders, as we can see here. Now if we had a project where we needed images from different folders, maybe we're making a calendar and need images from many locations. If this is the case, then potentially we've got a problem. We'd have to create a new folder and copy the images from other folders into it. Now this is okay, it's just not particularly efficient, as then you have multiple copies of the same image taking up valuable space on your hard drive. Now Lightroom works differently using collections. A collection is a virtual group of photos. These could be in different folders, on your hard drive, or even on different drives. When you add photos to a collection in Lightroom, you're not moving them or copying them. You're just setting up a link to them wherever they're stored. So let's look at this folder I've created here called Collections. And here we've got some images in it. Just show you them. And here we've got two subfolders. In this folder we've got some pictures of York at night, and in this subfolder we've got some pictures of the York wheel. And then the top folder we've got some images of York during the daytime. Now if I wanted to make a slideshow, for example, I really need all the photos in one place. Now for that I can use a collection. So let's make a collection called York Slideshow. So I'm just going to scroll down to the collections panel. I'm going to go over and click the new collection little plus button and create collection. And we'll call this one York Slideshow. And we'll click create. So here now we've got a collection and it's got no photos in it. So let's put some in it. We can drag them in one at a time. So I could say, well, I want them all really, but I'll click this one and drop it in there. So now we've got one image in. Go and drag that one and drop it in. But to speed it up, what we'll do is I'll click on the first one, press Ctrl and A, and I'll drag them all in and drop it in there. So now we've got a collection with 21 images in. And I could take that now through to my slideshow module and make a slideshow. But what happens if I want a subset of these images? Okay, let's say I want York night photographs. Okay, well let's make a collection called York Night. Well, I don't want them all in, so I need to deselect these images. So I'm going to press Ctrl and D to deselect them all. Then I'm going to go back to collections again and we'll make another collection called York Night. And in this one we'll just look to be putting the York Night shots in. Well, these are the York Night shots down to there, and I could drag them in and drop them over York Night. So now I've got a separate collection, but I haven't moved or copied or done anything with any images. But now I've got images from different folders in different collections. And now I could say, well, okay, well, these ones of the York wheel, let's have a collection for them. I'll click create collection and I'll call it York wheel. And I'll select all of those and drag them in to York wheel. So now I've got 3 different collections with 3 different sets of images in. But if I look at this now and I say, well, okay, well, these were also shot at night time, so they really would come under York Night as a description. So, oh, okay, well, I've only got 5 images in there. So what I can do is go back to my York wheel collection. You could do this from the folder or the collection. I can highlight those images and drag them into York Night. So now I've got the York Night images, which includes me evening images and the photographs of the wheel, which were taken at night. I've got my complete York slideshow, which contains all 21 images. And I've got my York wheel, which contains just the images at night that I took when I was at the York Wheel. Now images can also be removed from collections. So if, for instance, let's go into the York Wheel, let's say I don't want this one. Well, I can click on it, I can right click, and although it probably goes off the bottom of my screen, but down at the bottom there is, trust me on this, there is a menu called Remove from Collection. And if I click on that one, it now removes it from that collection. But if I go back up to the folder, you'll see that it's still there. So I haven't deleted it, all I've done is moved it from the collection. Now it's the way with collections that you're selecting images for a purpose. So if these were to be slideshows, once you've made the slideshows, it's not necessary to keep those collections. You can always create them again. So if you want to delete collections, again, you can right click and delete. And then, do you want to delete the collection York Night? Yes, I do. Again, we've not deleted any photos from the actual folders. All we've done is we've deleted them. We've deleted the virtual copies from the collection. So I'll go back down to the bottom, and now we can get rid of both of these at the same time. Right click, delete, and delete. And if we go back up to the folders, you've still got all your images in your folders intact, because all we've done is we've been working virtually. So that's how to bring your images together for specific purposes using a very powerful feature in Lightroom called collections.